Hello guys, and welcome to another guitar lesson. Today we're going to do Blink-182's What's My Age Again, because I've heard that quite a lot often. So I'm going to show you how to play that. Just before I get started though, if you aren't already looking at me, watching my YouTube, and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like these videos if you do enjoy them. And also follow I have TikTok, Insta and Facebook as well, so please follow my socials on there. So let's get right into this lesson. Okay, so the first part of this lesson is obviously the main guitar riff, which everyone knows from the song, which is really popular. It's quite a hard one to play at first until you build up some speed, but I'll show you quite slowly how it goes. So it's essentially like that. So all you're doing is you're going on the D, you're starting off on the D string of the 9th fret, and then these two fingers here will go on the 11th on the G and the B. So it should sound like that. Okay? But what you're doing is you're basically just going down them, so it's and I believe he does 2 on each, so it's and then all you're doing from there is you're moving this finger, so these stay in the same place, these two, but this finger moves up a string, so it then goes onto the A string. And you're plucking the same thing again, so you're just plucking the A, and then again, after you've done that twice, you then move up again, and you go onto the E string. And then that's all on the 9th, and then you move this finger again across to the 11th, so it's now all there. So call over. So that's the first part. So if you do need to keep going back and looking at that, that's absolutely fine. That's the first part of that. So now we're going to go on to the next part once it goes in. So the next part goes like this. So all you're doing is just bar chords all the way through. You're going up onto the 2nd fret here, so you're barring 2nd, and then you're doing 4th on the A and the D string, so you get this. Okay, so you're doing that to start off with. So it's like that, and then you're then sliding up to the 4th fret. So all you're doing is you're moving from there to here, and then you're going up again to 6th, and then back down to 2. So it goes. And then back down to that 2nd there as well. Okay, so and then after that, on the when it's doing the What's My Age Again part, it then goes, it goes 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's starts on the very final time. So it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6, 4, and then 2 for that part, and that ends that sequence. Right, now for the next part, it's when it actually goes into the kind of a bit of a rundown, and all that is so that's the bit when he's going, and later on, I make a drive home over the mom from a payphone. I said I was the cops. That's like the main chorus. Sorry for the dreadful singing there, but it is that it's that main part. So all you're doing is starting off on the 2nd fret again, here, and you're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go in 2, 2 again, but you're just moving them up a string. You're palm muting as well. So if you don't know what palm muting is, you're basically resting your palm, this bit, on your pickups here, and what it does is it kind of mutes the strings like that. So this whole bit is palm muted as well. So you go, and you're only resting it, you're not actually placing it like heavy, because otherwise it'll just do that. You're just resting it on. So you go 2, then you're going back to that 4 and 6 again, and then up to 6 and 8, and then back to 2 again. So you're just basically playing that over and over again. So it's just, and then it obviously goes back into the main. But just before you get into that, the last little bit that it does is when you're doing the just before you go into that, it goes, so it does 4 and then 2, and then it goes into and then now we're going to go into like a bit of a, it's a bit like a bridge section. Okay, and so for this next section, this is kind of like it's like a real slow rundown. It's the bit in the video where they stop because that lass comes walking past them. So all that is, I'll do it quite slowly because it's quite a bit to remember, to be honest. So it's it's hard to try and show you when it's slowing down a bit, but basically what you're doing is you're on the A string of so the start part, sorry, is on the on the D string of the 9, and then you're going 11 on the B string, and then 11 on the G string. So it should sound like, right? So it's just, and then you're going to do that again, but you're doing like the reverse, so you're kind of doing a bit like a pentatonic style, so it's, but then you're doing it backwards, so then you're going B, G, and then back to the D again. Okay, so you're just doing that, and that's the slow part at the start. And then after that, you're going to do this little riff. Which all that is 9 on the A string. So you do that 3 times. And then you do 8, 9. So altogether that's so that's that next part, so 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then for the final part, it does that same riff again, so it's it does that, but on the 3rd time round, it then, now how would you can use your pinky finger, or you can use this one here if it's free. And it's on the G string of the 11. So when you put it together. That's a dreadful example. Obviously, if you speed that up, you'll get what I mean. For that part. So that's that. And then it obviously goes back into that main part again. So that's that. And now we're just gonna go for the outro as well now. So for the outro, it's pretty much the same as the chorus. You're just doing but all it is pretty much the same, to be honest. You're just doing the same thing again. And then you're doing the but it goes over that same part a few times, so it's like I'd refer back to the song for the timings of that end one. I think it does it about 4 or 5 times, I believe, maybe 6. Doing the at the end of each of one of them, and then eventually it just does the just for the end, and that's the end of the song. So just want to thank you all for watching. I hope that helps. Like I said, do refer back to if you need to pause the video to look back at it. And I hope this helps learn the song. Hopefully slow it down a little bit. Yeah, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like. If there's any other lessons that you'd like me to do regarding songs, do send them across. I'd like to see what you'd like to see me teach you. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, and please follow my socials and on here as well. See you later.